Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Daliskar Arum, a postgraduate student in Communication Studies at the Islamic University of Bandung. Today, I'll be presenting a topic that focuses on how volunteer communication in preventing cognitive decline through elderly learning program, a topic that connects health, aging, and cultural communication. This outline why volunteer communication plays a vital role in elderly cognitive care. According to Statistik Indonesia BPS 2025, older adults now make up 12% of the total population with 4081 reporting recent health complaints. One of the most pressing issues is cognitive decline, which significantly affect quality of life and increase the social care burden. Research by Barnan and colleagues emphasize that interpersonal communication, especially through volunteer, can offer both social and cognitive stimulation, which are key in preventing cognitive deterioration. However, little is now about how this communication pattern function within Indonesia unique social cultural context. Like Gomez Soria and Holt Lansted point out that empathic and culturally aware communication foster trust and mental resilience among older adults. This is why our study focus on communication pattern used by volunteer at Sekolah Lansia Indonesia Ramah Lansia in West Java using an ethnography of communication approach. We aim to uncover how culturally embedded volunteer interaction can serve as non-pharmacological strategies to maintain cognitive health in elderly community. This is methodology combine qualitative ethnography with detailed analysis of communication pattern to understand how volunteer interaction influence elderly cognitive health and passing cultural contextualization in and interaction dynamics. The study revealed that volunteer communication with elderly participants is deeply embedded in local cultural symbol and practice. Routine activities like Tepuk Lansia Sehat serve as powerful rituals that boost enthusiasm, foster a sense of belonging, and enchant memory through rhythmic recitation and group clapping. These interactions are not merely information exchange that carry symbolic meaning that reinforce emotional bonds and social identity. The communication pattern observed are characterized by warmth, trust, and cultural sensitivity, which are crucial for creating an effective emotional and therapeutic environment. Overall, that culturally rooted communication practice play a vital role in supporting cognitive health, emotional well-being, and social cohesion among the elderly, demonstration in the importance of context-specific approach in community-based health intervention. The analysis highlight the volunteer communication in elderly programs transcend simple information exchange, function as culturally meaningful practice that sustain social and cognitive well-being. The ethnographic approach uncover three distinct but complementary communication pattern. Number one, instructional repetitive, for example, tour exercise, cup stacking games, function, education, attention, and reinformation, like repetition. Number two is narrative affective, like activities, singing nostalgic song, hypnotherapy, uh, storytelling evoke positive emotion while reinforcing individual identity. And the last, ritualistic symbolic activities like group chants foster motivation and social cohesion. This pattern demonstrate that communication within this context is deeply rooted in local cultural values, serving not only educational purpose but also reinforcing social bond and emotional resilience. The finding emphasizes that culturally sensitive and symbolically rich communication strategies are essential for the success of community-based elderly program, ultimately fostering trust, engagement, and sustains participation. There's three communication patterns operate complementary to create a meaningful interaction ecosystem. From social cultural lens, communication is not merely a technical process, but a form of symbolic action. Volunteer communication as cultural intermediaries, bridging cognitive and emotional values with a locally meaningful framework. The finds affirm that volunteer communication, when struck with repetition, empathy, and symbolic resonance, can serve as effective non-pharmacological intervention in supportive cognitive well-being among the elderly. The ethnography communication approach enable deeper insight into how verbal and non-verbal exchange are constructed within social and cultural context and how this dynamic influence cognitive resilience. Inclusion, this study underscore that communication pattern employed by volunteer in elderly program are crucial supporting cognitive health and emotional well-being. This interaction, which encompass cultural, symbolic, and social activities, not only serve educational purpose but also foster social bonds and exchange cognitive resilience among the elderly. The ethnographic approach provide valuable insight into the depth and richness of this meaningful interaction, highlighting in importance of cultural values and local norm in shaping effective communication. Ultimately, integrating culturally sensitive communication strategies can significantly strengthen community-based elderly care intimate, promoting and healthy aging and social cohesion. The study has several limitations that should be considered. Firstly, it was conducted within a specific cultural and geographical context, namely West Java, Indonesia. So the finding may not be directly applicable of the regional or regions or cultural setting. The small sample just of the volunteer limits the diversity of communication pattern observed and may impact the broader generalizability of the result. Additionally, the research rely primarily on qualitative methods such as observation and interview without integrating psychometric or clinical assessment to quantitatively measure cognitive change. The future research is recommended to expand the scope to include different region, ethnic background, and both urban and rural communities to explore cultural variation, incorporating quantitative tools such as standardized cognitive tests can help establish a clearer relationship between communication practice and cognitive health outcome. Longitudinal studies could also provide insight into the long-term effects of volunteer interaction. Moreover, exploring digital communication and intergenerational approach present promising opportunities for developing more comprehensive and adaptive communities-based intervention for elderly care. Okay, thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.